This video is going to continue with properties of functions looking at boundedness. The boundedness of a graph really is just a way for us to talk about whether the graph goes up forever or down forever. Either of those, both of those, neither of those. So when a graph is bounded below, it means that there's a value such that all values in the range are greater than or equal to that number. Essentially, it means that there's a place where the graph never goes below. So there's either a minimum point or an asymptote that the graph will never go below. Conversely, bounded above means that there is a place that the graph is never going to go above. So again, a horizontal asymptote or a maximum point, and the graph is never going to go above that point. If a graph is called bounded, then it means it's both bounded above and below. And then obviously if it is neither of those, then we say that it is unbounded. When you're looking at graphs, remember that you're going to assume when you're given a graph that all important information was given to you. So on this first graph here, we know that the graph is going up forever and down forever. So since it's going up forever, it is not bounded above. Since it's going down forever, it's not bounded below. So we would refer to this graph as unbounded. This second graph here is going up forever on both the left and the right. However, it does not go down forever, so there is a value here that we're never going to go below. This graph will never go below that function. So this graph, we would say, is bounded below. So think of it, if you can draw a line that the graph is never going to go below, then that line is bounding the graph on the bottom, so it's bounded below. The next graph is going down forever on both the left and the right. However, it will never go above this line right here. So we would say that this graph is bounded above. And this last example, this graph has the endpoints on it. So this graph stops at those solid dots, including those dots. But this graph is never going to go below this line. It's never going to go above this line. So it's both bounded above and below. So then we just say that this graph is bounded. Looking at a couple additional examples here. This first graph is bounded above and bounded below. So remember, we would refer to that as bounded. This second graph is aligned, which we know goes up and to the right forever, and this one's going down and to the left forever. So this graph is unbounded. And finally, this last graph here is a parabola. It's going up to the left and to the right. However, it's never going to go below this minimum value of -4. So this graph is bounded below.